Hey there, Jamin here from Uploadcare, and welcome to the first video in our series where we'll build a file uploader using JavaScript. This will be a straightforward and simple file uploader, and it's perfect if you're just getting started or if you need something very quick to handle file upload in your applications. Let's get into it. So let's dive in. So first off, I have an empty HTML file, and I've also opened this file using Live Server on the browser. So let's create an h1 element and call this file uploader. Also, let's create an HTML form, and inside of this form, we're going to create our uploader. We'll give the ID to this form called upload form. Inside of this form, we're going to create an input and a button for submitting the form. The type of the input should be a file, and it should have an ID of file input. The button type should be a type of submit, and it should say upload file. Next, we also need to have a paragraph, and this paragraph should have an ID of message. Here we'll display errors and messages regarding the status of the file when users are uploading it. Also, we want to display an image element. We'll leave the source and auth tag empty for now and give an ID of preview to it. This will be used to preview the file when it's uploaded to the server. And let's add a width of 300 pixels to it. Now with this, we've created the HTML file for uploading our file, or for creating our file uploader. If I should save this, we should have an HTML file that looks like this on the browser. So let's add a bit of style to it. I'm just going to copy a style somewhere and paste it just to beautify it a little bit. So let's paste this and save. And we should have an HTML file that looks like this. Now let's move on to using JavaScript to submitting the form, and also for implementing the functionality in our file uploader to be able to upload files. To implement the file uploading functionality using JavaScript, let's add a script tag just before the closing body tag. Inside of it will contain all our JavaScript code to upload a file. So first, let's get the HTML form using the ID of the form. Next, let's get the input of the form. We also want to get the preview ID and also the message of the form. So to submit the file to a server, let's first create an event listener for the form. So form.add event listener. I want to listen for when the form is submitted and also create a callback function for it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to prevent the default action of the form, so the form won't submit to a new page. Next, we want to get the file from the file input. Next, we want to check if there's a file and then upload that file. But if there's no file, we want to show the user that there's no file and they should upload a file. So let's say message, the text content is equal to, please select a file to upload. We also want to add an error class. We already defined the class in the CSS here and add that class to the message element. So class name is equal to error. So if I should try to upload a new file or click on the submit upload file button without uploading a file, we should get an error now. Perfect. So let's move on to implementing the file upload so we can upload the file to a server. With the file data in place, let's upload the file to an API. I'll be using the Uploadcare upload API, but you can use whatever API you need. To use the Uploadcare upload API, you first need to gain an Uploadcare public key. You also need the file name of the file you're uploading and also the file itself. So to do that, let's first create a form data and say const form data is equal to new form data. With this, we can append the file or append the data we want to upload to the form data. So say form data.append. First, let's append the file. The file should be the file we're trying to upload. Next, the form data.append should be the Uploadcare public key. So Uploadcare underscore pub underscore key. And this should be the public key for your project. So I'm just going to paste mine here. Next, I also want to append the file name. So file form data.append file name is equal to the file.name. With this, we also want to, with this data in place, we want to make a fetch request to the Uploadcare upload API. So we'll say fetch should go to https /upload upload.uploadcare.com/base. Next, we want to set the method to be a post request. And also the body should be the form data we constructed. The header as well should also be a multi-part form data, so as to tell the API that we're uploading a file. With this in place, with this fetch promise happening, let's then try to handle the fetch request as a promise. So first, let's say and then we want to first get the response and convert it from JSON response.json. With that, we can then handle the data that is coming from the response. And with this, we can say data / and let's just console.log the data first. Then we also want to catch for any errors that we might encounter. Error. And so we also want to console.log error. And with this in place, let's test if our file uploader is working fine. So let's try to upload a file. And then as you can see on the browser console that a file has been uploaded and we're getting a response from the Uploadcare server of the file ID of the file that was uploaded. So that's great. But let's make this a little bit better. So first off, let's handle a message to display a message to users on the status of the file that is being uploaded. And also we also want to preview the file that was uploaded. So the first thing we want to do is first we want to, before making the first request, we first want to update the message to display a message that we're uploading a file. So we can do that here. And so what we can do is we can have the message, our message element, change the text content here to be equal to uploading file, dot, dot, dot. And also we want to give this an empty class since it doesn't need a class to display this specific message. So a class name is equal to empty. Then we want to make sure that when the data was successfully uploaded, when the file was successfully uploaded, we're also displaying a message. So let's say message the text content is equal to file uploaded successfully. And we also want to make this message to be like a success message. So let's say that class name should use the success class. The success and error class, we're getting it from the CSS here that is displaying the error and success in both red and green. So we want to also do the same for the message as well. So I'll just copy this and paste it as well and say error uploading file. So change the message to be error. And with this, when we try to upload a new file, we can then have some messages popping up. Uploading file. When the file was uploaded successfully, we can see it. So we also want to preview the file. Let's try to preview a file when it's uploaded. So by default, when a file is uploaded to the Uploadcare server, it returns the ID of the file, and we cannot access this file from the Uploadcare CDN using the CDN, the Uploadcare CDN.com / the ID of the file / the file name. So let's do that here. And so just after the message part, let's change our preview source. This preview we have here, this image tag. Let's change the preview source. So we'll say preview.src is equal to a string. So we're going to paste this here, and we'll say uploadcarecdn.com / data.file / file name, and this will provide us with the file. We also want to add the alternate tag. We can say preview.alt is equal to file.name. So with this in place, when we upload a new file and the file is successfully uploaded, we are not only getting a message, but we're also getting a preview of the file we uploaded. Amazing. So we've just implemented a simple file uploader using JavaScript and HTML. Right now, our file uploader can upload any file when trying to pick a file. To restrict this, we can use the accept attributes in HTML to filter files that we want our file uploader to upload. So let's say accept and make this image and add an asterisk. This means that our file uploader should accept all formats of images, but only images can be uploaded via the file uploaders. So if you try to upload a new file, notice how a PDF is grayed out, but for images, it's open to uploading. So you can upload an image file, and this is going to upload successful. Now, another thing we can do is we can also restrict the file size that we want users to upload using our file uploader. So right now we can upload any file size to this, but let's make a restriction in our file uploader such that our files larger than 2 megabytes cannot be uploaded into the file. To do that, first let's come here just after getting the file to create a max file variable. So let's say const max size is equal to, we'll say 2 multiplied by 1024 kilobytes multiplied by 1024 kilobyte again, 1024 kilobytes. This will give us 2 MB. So with that, just before submitting the form, we can then come and check first to see if the max size, if file.size is greater than our maximum size, we want to try an error and say the file is too large. So let's say we can do this using the message and say we can say text content is equal to file size exceed limit of 2 MB. We can also add the error class to this as well. So say class name is equal to error. So with this in place, if we should try to upload a file larger than 2 MB, we're going to get an error. Oh, sorry. So with this in place, we're going to get an error when we try to upload a file larger than 2 MB. We also want to return this. So this will throw the proper error. So if we should try to upload a large file now, should try to upload a large file larger than 2 MB and click on the upload button, we're going to get file size exceed limit. So that's it. If you're looking for something more robust, Uploadcare offers a file uploader that you can integrate into your applications in a minute or two. Let me show you how. On my Uploadcare dashboard, I have an empty project with no files uploaded. To integrate the file uploader into an application, first click on the Get Started tab to open the different integrations that you can integrate into your application. Let's use the HTML/CSS version. The first thing we need to do is to copy the script and the library for importing the component of the file uploader as well as the style sheet for it. I'll place this inside of my head tag. Next, we need to copy the configuration for the file uploader as well as the file uploader component itself. Now, the UC config component helps you to configure the file uploader in the manner in which you want it to be. We have the context name and also the public key. The public key can be found in the APIs tab of your project. I'll copy this and as well as the file uploader component itself. I'll place this inside of my body tag. Now, with this in place, we can now start uploading files using the Uploadcare file uploader. If I should open the page in the browser, we should see a button that says Upload Files. When I click on this button, a modal will open, and with this modal, I can upload files from my device, from a link, from my camera, from Dropbox, and from Google Drive. The file uploader can also be configured to upload files from other sources as well. Let's try to upload a file from our device. When the file upload is done, when we'll head back to the dashboard of my project and click on the Files tab, we should be able to see a file uploaded. So that's it. You can easily integrate Uploadcare into your applications. In the next video, we're going to take this file uploader to the next level by implementing a drag and drop functionality. This will make the file uploader to be more user-friendly and also engaging. So stay tuned and thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell on so you don't miss out on our next video in this series. Happy coding. Bye.